Good morning, boys and girls. This week we are going to be pursuing our third research question in writing. So we are going to be writing about animal adaptations. Our research question number 3 is, how does my animal adapt to its environment or to its ecosystem? And we're going to think of the animal traits that allow your animal to survive in its ecosystem and to live in its ecosystem. So you're going to get a sheet that looks something like this for your research project, and on this side you're going to talk about the physical trait that your animal has. On this column you're going to describe the characteristic, and then on this side you're going to write about how it helps the animal survive. And as always, on the last column you're going to cite your source. You're going to tell me the title of the book and the page number where you found that information. So today I'm going to be reading you from Bugs in the Ecosystem, and I am going to be reading you about bugs' weird bodies and how their physical characteristics allow bugs to survive in their ecosystems. So it says, from bugs that eat without mouths to flies that pretend to be ants, bugs have developed special characteristics to help them find food, to escape predators, and to stay alive in their habitats. So there's 3 reasons why bugs have developed these traits or characteristics. It is to help them find food, to help them escape their predators, and to help them stay alive in their habitat. These physical characteristics could be special colors, special shapes, and even body parts that help a bug survive in its ecosystem. Ladybugs and other beetles have 2 sets of wings. The hard outer wings act as a protective shell to keep the delicate inner wings safe. The inner wings are the only ones used for flying. So if you look, it has these hard shells that are wings, but don't actually help them flying. They're protective covers for the fragile wings that actually do the flying. Some of the characteristics that help animals survive in the ecosystems are their colors and their shapes. Many bugs have a type of adaptation called camouflage. Camouflage allows animals to blend into their habitat or their ecosystem by blending their color to their surroundings. So if you remember back to the leaf bug and to the praying mantis and to the walking stick, they camouflage themselves to look like parts of a plant to escape predators. These are specialized colors and shapes that help them blend into their surroundings. For example, the orchid mantis lives and hunts in areas with lots of colorful flowers. Its wide pink legs look just like flower petals. This way, the orchid mantis can blend into nearby flowers and even attract nectar-eating bugs to it. When an unsuspecting fly, bee, or other bug comes by, the orchid mantis strikes and eats them. And here is the orchid mantis, and you see how its arms look like petals, and it could camouflage right like a flower. Specialized colors and shapes aren't just for catching food. They can also be used to trick predators with an adaptation called mimicry. Mimicry is when one animal evolves to look into another. So like when you say, stop mimicking me, mimicry is when someone makes pretend that they're you and they say what you do and they act how you're doing it. That's what animals do. It's called mimicry. For example, one species of fruit fly has patterns on its wings that look like ants. The fly can flap its wings to make the ants move. A predator looking for a snack won't know which bug is real and which is fake. While the predator is confused, the fruit fly can get away. The hawk moth caterpillar has an even better disguise. When frightened, scared, this caterpillar can puff up and make itself look like a viper. So a viper is a snake. By looking like a venomous snake, the caterpillar can scare off predators. And here is a picture of the hawk moth caterpillar. And you can easily see how its head would make you think that it's a snake. Pretty tricky animal. Body structure. Did you know that bugs don't have bones? Other animals, like mammals and reptiles, count on their bones to give their body shape and structure. Instead of bones, all adult bugs have an exoskeleton. Exoskeletons give bugs' body shape and structure. They also act like a suit of armor, protecting the bugs from the world around them. So one way you could think of an exoskeleton is how we have the bones on the inside and we're hard on the inside. They have, the exoskeleton is hard on the outside for them, not on the inside. Many bugs also have special shapes and structures on their exoskeletons. For example, the water scorpion lives its whole life underwater. It has a long tail coming from its back. This tail is actually a tube called a siphon. The water scorpion can stick the siphon out of the water and breathe through it like a snorkel. So here is a picture of their exoskeleton, and here is our picture of our skeleton. And it says, skeleton is external for bugs. It's made up of calcium compounds. It does not grow with its body and must be shed. That means they lose it and a new one grows in. And it's found in arthropods. A skeleton, which is what we have, is internal. That means it's on the inside. It's made up of calcium phosphate and collagen. It grows with our body and is found in vertebrates. And here is a picture of the water scorpion. And here is the siphon that it sticks out of the water to be able to breathe. So remember, this week we're going to talk about traits that allow our animals, our bugs or insects to get them food, escape a predator, or allow them to live in their environment, such as the siphon, which allows a beetle to get air. Or you can talk about the exoskeleton, which is the skeleton on the outside, which protects animals' bodies on the outside from predators. You can talk about the legs of your animal if they have a special job, or if they have hardcover wings to protect them. Remember, you're going to talk about the physical traits of your animal that help it to survive in its environment. Think about your animal and think about what traits and characteristics it has to help it find food, escape predators, or survive their habitat. If it has any of those traits, I want you to write it down and tell me how it helps them survive.